I'm like, oh, say that shit again. Oh, so say that shit again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna say taunt, but I'm not gonna. Yo,
Yeah, 88
sit
years
your old
old.
ass
Yeah,
down.
88 years. You don't even have to
Sit,
slap him. You could just give him a little push and it's a wrap. So it's not.
that's what I'm saying. It's like,
That
you know what? You senile for real, for real. Like, go sit down somewhere.
I
Go
we
have
all
some tapioca, some porridge.
yeah.
Like,
you
sit your old
haven't seen
ass.
those videos where the old man is calling the black dude a nigga, and he keeps on calling him a nigga, and he tried to, and he just couldn't, and he punched him in the face in the restaurant.
Yeah. No, I never saw that.
In the restaurant, you know what I mean? He kept on calling him a nigga. He was like, "Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Don't call me that." I I don't know how much I don't know how much of it I would take before
Yeah.
I
After
smack the shit out of
after
you.
after a while, like, because maybe at one point he's saying it, not realizing what he's doing. But then there's comes a point where you're saying it enough where okay, I know what your motive is. I know what you're trying to do. So yeah,
Would you be offended if somebody called you colored?
I've had somebody call me colored. Jerk off. And I've told them don't say that. And their response was, oh well, they still have it in the acronym of the NAACP, so why can't I say it? So, but let's not revisit that. We'll leave that alone. Do you have anybody else you want to nominate for hard R?
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Jack Nicholson was a very good one. I had somebody. I'm thinking about it. I thought I want to make sure I get the. Oh, did we? No, no. I think we already did that person. I want to pick somebody good though.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find someone.
I'm trying to think of somebody good who's old, but not too old. Um, we just need two
How
more.
about how about Hugh Grant?
Oh, the British
You know who
actor.
Hugh Grant
Yeah,
is? Yeah, the British actor.
we're going overseas with this, huh?
I'm trying to. Well, maybe that won't count because I mean, if they're overseas,
No,
I don't know if they're even using that
no, yeah,
terminology
yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. There they are. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
shoot, I don't know
That's a good one though.
I don't think
because
so.
he is 64 years old. He was born in the 60s.
Uh, I'm
I'm gonna
gonna.
say no.
On the flip side, I don't see him. I don't see him hanging out, even growing up. Even though I don't know exactly where he's
Yeah,
from,
I don't.
but I like
I might be really stumped on this one. I don't know.
I don't even. I don't think I've ever seen Hugh Grant make a movie with a black person in it.
That's funny. I'm pretty sure this. I'm pretty sure this one. I got. All right, I have one. I have one, but it's more of a deeper conversation. Let's not make it too long. But do you guys get upset? So you guys know who Quentin Tarantino is?
Yeah,
Okay. You and you guys have seen Pulp Fiction.
yeah.
Right.
He wrote Pulp Fiction. Okay, great. So I don't know if he said it in his personal life. I think he has. How do you feel when he puts it in his movies and it just seems unnecessary? So for instance, we all know the scene where they bring the dead guy to Quentin Tarantino's character's house and he says, "Does this place look like dead nigga storage?" Now he had to write. You're not helping by laughing, Zay. Okay, not helping at
I
all.
love Quentin. I love you. Talk to the wrong person because I love him.
But there's not a
I
party.
love him.
But there's not a party that gets it.
He's made classic fucking movies.
But it
I
just
love
So
it's
he got the
Quentin.
pass.
yeah. That's
He
what I'm
got the
saying.
pass
I
to
don't.
say it.
In a movie script, hell fuck yeah.
It's
What?
I don't know,
Hell
man.
fuck yeah.
That
It's a
seems
movie.
unnecessary. No, it seemed
It's a movie.
unnecessary. I think in
Okay, so you saying the same thing with white kids who say it when they're
He is
rapping?
he
Like,
pushes the envelope, and he's always been known as that individual to push the envelope. Look at Django.
no, Django's different. Django's based in a period where that word was used
I
freely.
understand that,
In that premise, hold on. In that premise, in Pulp Fiction, there wasn't really a necessary reason for him to say this isn't dead nigger
who
storage.
said unless he wanted his character to come off as that type of person?
And the crazy thing is, the character in the movie is married to a black woman. Because remember, she walks in the. I guess it wasn't a flashback, but it was like if this happens, like her walking in and them seeing her seeing the bodies.
Hmm.
I'm like, why put that in there? Like, what's the? I just want them to know what the motive was.
He's because he's just real like that, bro.
I
He's
don't
just
know about
I
it.
don't know. He's just real like that. Listen, he's just real like that. From Reservoir Dogs to all the other movies that he's done. It's very he pushes the envelope. He pushes the envelope. I love the fact that he's so creative in his writing.
Yeah,
I like that.
I just don't know if you have to
And
use the
that
N
shit
word
don't
to push
bother.
the
That shit don't
envelope.
matter. That shit don't bother me, bro. It's a fucking movie. Get the fuck over it. Jesus
No, because
Christ.
it's like you had to write that in there when it had nothing to do with the storyline. It wasn't like that part of with his dialogue.
It punched you in the face, and that's exactly what he meant to do with it. By
No,
it, that's exactly
the
what he meant to
gunshot in
do.
the back seat punched me in the face. Him saying this is a dead nigga storage. It was just like, was that really necessary?
Yeah, yeah, but we're talking about it, right? But we're talking
No,
about
I'm
it.
just we're talking about it based on. I just want to know what your reaction. See, Kiani's face looks like she's just like. I think she sides with me.
I don't know what Zay's talking about because we're just saying that like white folk who want to listen to hip hop and is just singing a song. I'm just singing a song, like no, bro. If you think that he would get on camera on a film and say that and put it in his own film, you don't think that he would say that off camera?
Well, I don't.
No,
I don't
no,
know. I don't know, man.
no. You know how many people love
Okay.
that guy? People of color love him. Come on,
A
stop.
lot of people love
It's
Doja.
it's a
A lot of
fucking
people love Mel Gibson.
script. Uh, it's a script. It's a
Okay, so
script.
since he's so cool, do you think he said with the homies?
Probably,
I work.
Okay.
probably. I listen. I wouldn't even be surprised.
Yo.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
And I'm watching the movie like, damn, this is such a good movie. And then, like for instance, I could forgive not Goodfellas, even with Goodfellas, because we know how Italians speak. So that would, it's like I don't question Martin Scorsese because I'm pretty. We all know Italians, and we know when they are around other Italians, they probably sling the N word like it's nothing. So, to me, that makes sense. Like that dialogue makes sense. Even in The Godfather, when Sonny is talking about the people call guys like Harlem or with the N words in Harlem, blah 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 blah. Like yeah, I could see that dialogue. That dialogue makes sense. It just seems it just seemed unnecessary to put that line. This isn't dead nigger storage. Like why did you have to? I don't know. It's crazy because I understand both sides. I understand Keanu's point where it's like why did you feel like you had to say it? But I understand the art part of it where it's like I'm trying to make suggestive. I don't want to say groundbreaking, but I'm trying to make some risque art to kind of, give you some type of reaction. So I don't know. And the guy wasn't even a
But
main
it's
character. He wasn't really a main character in the film. He was just the
not
guy.
at all. Not at all. Not at all. But I mean, all right. So let's say if so let's say people are singing along to like NWA. White people are singing along to NWA.
Hmm.
You expect them to mute themselves when they say nigga with attitude?
That's not. Those aren't two. Those aren't the same examples though.
Well, but Keanu did say something like that. Oh, because he's singing the lyrics.
Right.
Oh, it should be. You should
Because
get a
it's art,
pass.
right? Because it's art, right? It's
Yeah,
still
I don't
art.
care.
But
He's
they but
singing a
they
Okay.
but they
song.
do mute themselves though. I see a lot of people. A lot
A
of white
lot of
people.
them do,
Yes,
They mute
yes.
themselves. They mute
yes.
themselves because they
But the young kids
understand.
won't. But the young kids won't now. The young kids won't. They listen to all the hip hop, and I hear them singing word for word. Is it wrong? Do you think it's wrong?
Um.
All I'm gonna say is that if you allow it to happen in some spaces and not in others, you already confusing the problem. It's either they can or they cannot. You can't have it. You can only, but only in these certain cases. Also, you can't say it when there's other black folk around in the room. Also, can't direct it to a black person.